couldn't talk peace with me. They tried, and I was like, nigga, this schoolyard.
It's your boy Crypto Blood, and I want to introduce you guys to a new exchange, BitYard. They do cryptocurrency contracts. If you're like me, an active trader, you're probably sick of the market manipulations, forced liquidations, accurate Bitcoin reference rates over at BitYard with K-line weighted averages, no VPN hassle, available for US citizens, and fully regulated in Singapore, Australia, Estonia, and the US. Profit losses are all in USD as well, and no fees with US withdrawals. And most importantly, you can do deposits with fiat, unlike BitMEX. You can't do that, right? So check out bityard.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is June 25th, 2020. Shout out to my man Steve C, one of my YouTube subscribers, not a premium member. We finally got to some YouTube subscriber song requests, and his was from James Gets It, Kill the Messenger. And this is a cool song because it's from SoundCloud, and the song is basically about the oppression of Julian Assange. So this is pretty neat, man. I like this joint. Free Assange for sure. This world is crazy. The governments are out of control across the globe. Thanks for that song request though, Steve. What's good, people? Again, welcome to another episode. Today we're gonna follow up yet again, the third day in a row. We're gonna be talking about this Wirecard. It gets even crazier. When you thought this was just the pinnacle of drama over at Wirecard, they are filing for insolvency. Now that's different than bankruptcy, and I'll go through the details on what that means when they file for insolvency. But I mean, we're at this point with Wirecard, all because of the CEO trying to make up figures of over $2.1 billion. So there's a shortfall there. So now they're scrambling. They're looking to save themselves, and they have filed for insolvency. What does this mean for crypto cards? Not too sure, but we'll look into that, and I'll give you my thoughts on that here later in the episode. And then secondly, we've got Plustoken yet again. It looks like they've been sending their last bags of Bitcoins to mixers, and you'll be surprised at what exchanges are cooperating with them and have been. And maybe we can connect some dots with these exchanges and them being complicit with Plustoken. And lastly, today, the death cross reappears on Bitcoin, and stocks are not looking good as well. So we're going to look at this daily moving average that has formed a death cross. What does this mean for Bitcoin? We'll look at this chart that shows the previous death cross over the last year or so, and you can make your decision on which way you think Bitcoin is going because of this death cross. All three articles coming up on today's episode of My Two Satoshis. But before we start, if you guys find these types of videos informative, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. And while I've got your attention, I want to let you know about Dudex, the new promo that I got going on with them. I tailor-made this for you guys, all my subscribers. You just have to be subscribed to my channel and use the link in the description below. And what you will get an opportunity to do is win 50 USDT tokens every 2 weeks. I'm doing a drawing. Whoever has the highest volume in trading, you will win. So get over to dudex.com. Actually, use the link in the description below. Sign up and enter to win. That's all you have to do. Be a subscriber, sign up, and I'll make an announcement every 2 weeks. So stay tuned and look out for the next winner. Check them out. Link in the description below. Let's take a look at this heat map. Bitcoin green at the moment, just barely though, at 9,261 bucks. We got ETH down 0.5% to 233 bucks. Litecoin is also down just about 1% to $42.41. Tezos is down 0.5% to $2.58. EOS is down 30%, and Binance token is down just about 1% to $15.94. Bitcoin Cash, however, is green for today. And for the most part, most of these tokens, with the exception of like Algo, Tron, and BAT, is up huge today. BAT is up over 5% today. I did a scan to see what was going on. Could not find anything relevant. So if you guys know what's going on with BAT and why it's up 5%, let me know. But overall, you know, the crypto markets are trying to regain some of its drop off, which I think is attributed to Plustoken dumping more coins on the market. This could possibly be you know, at first I thought this would be the right shoulder in an inverted head and shoulders, but now I'm thinking that this could possibly be it. If we hold this pattern right here, this could possibly be a very extended head and shoulders, but one to say the least. So we'll see if this can hold. If we see a break below this V shape here, which is at around 9,000, then I would say we will be on a sell signal all the way down to 8,400. Maybe you could buy some coins up and defend that that trend at that point. And speaking of Plustoken, the scam sends their last pieces of Bitcoin over to mixers, and as revealed by OXT Research, another huge portion of the Bitcoins that belong to Plustoken investors were moved to mixers, and suspicious transactions have been registered by Well Alert automated on-chain service. So the fraudsters have moved about 22,000 Bitcoin, or more than $202 million. Plustoken uses coinjoin services and Bitcoin mixers to obfuscate the transaction history of their coins. In turn, this obfuscation is required to avoid KYC and AML checks of top cryptocurrency exchanges. It seems like the scammers feel that Bitcoin and Ethereum prices have recovered from Black Thursday and are interested in selling again. Distributions to exchanges went on pause mid-March to early May. Since then, exchange flows have averaged around 300 to 500 Bitcoins per day. The analytical community lacks consensus on the actual role of Plustoken sell-offs in Bitcoin price dynamics, but Travis Kling, a top-notch investor, cryptocurrency fund manager, and founder of an asset management company, admits that since its collapse, Plustoken significantly affects crypto markets, and I totally agree with that. I think Plustoken has really been the catalyst for this bear market. When you have that much, you have $3 billion worth of coins that you need to dump, and you're not going to dump it all at once. But at one point, they did dump $1 billion at once. So if they're selling off $3 billion worth of coins, that's a selling pressure. That's added supply to the cryptocurrency markets. And just maybe this is the end of that extra supply of crypto. So we'll have to see. He goes on to say that analysis from Ergo BTC and others proved that 165,000 Bitcoins from Plustoken were mixed and sent to Huobi and OKX since August. This week, over $200 million of ETH, EOS, and XRP have moved. Huobi Global and OKX have remained entirely silent. Why, he asks. Also, he criticizes Huobi and OKX crypto exchanges for their ignorance of the scam coins moving. So it's in some regard, you got to think that Huobi and OKX is somewhat in bed with this Plustoken Ponzi scheme. Why aren't they blocking these coins that are coming in? Do they feel like they don't have enough proof that they're coming from the coin mixers and coin joining services? I don't know. I guess we'll probably never know, but I thought that was interesting to see that Huobi and OKX have been complicit with a lot of these sell-offs from the Plustoken wallets. Second article is from Cointelegraph. The troubled debit card issuer Wirecard files for insolvency. As I stated at the beginning of the video, as if this thing couldn't get any more interesting, Wirecard is now filing for insolvency as a sudden $2.1 billion hole in its balance sheet wipes out 30% of the supposed assets owned by the company. The troubled fintech company Wirecard, which powers many of the crypto debit cards on the market, reportedly filed to open insolvency proceedings, which is different than bankruptcy, and we're going to talk about that. As reported by Wall Street Journal and others, Wirecard filed an application with the Munich District Court to begin preparation for insolvency resolution procedures. The company cited its impeding insolvency and over-indebtedness as motivations for filing, alluding to the $2.1 billion of its balance sheet that went missing. Events unfolded quickly for Wirecard since discovering the 32% of its balance sheet never even existing. The company quickly became leaderless as the founding CEO and other top execs resigned, with the former subsequently being arrested on Tuesday. So to make this perfectly clear for you guys, insolvency does not imply that the company is going to go bankrupt. It just means that it is unable to meet its debt obligations in the short term, either due to a negative cash flow or a negative net asset balance. Given the scope of the incident, this appears to be the case of the latter. According to its latest financial filings in 2018, the company has a net income of about $350 million. Though, given recent history, investors may want to take a closer look at those numbers. So during insolvency procedures, companies will generally enact drastic measures to stay afloat, such as cutting staff and expenses, restructuring debt, selling a portion of its assets, and others. Bankruptcy occurs when the company is completely unable to pay its debt obligations, while insolvency is a prerequisite of that. It does not indicate complete failure of the company. Wow. I tried to do a little bit more research to see how this would affect, these different companies that are using them for their crypto debit cards. I could not find anything at this moment, but I will say this should be of some concern to those that are using crypto debit cards that are powered by Wirecard. I would just kind of pull back and not have a lot of money on those cards until we see exactly what happens. Even though the funding of those cards are done by you, I'm not sure if that money is actually going over to Wirecard or is it sitting with the company that you're actually issued you the crypto debit card. I'm not too sure. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up to be careful on the debit card side. I wouldn't really worry about, you know, these actual companies being insolvent like crypto.com or Wirex. I don't know if Wirex offers other services, but crypto.com offers a suite of services. They have an exchange. You can buy and sell cryptos right from your wallet and all of that. So that's just one part of their suite of services. So to be prudent in this scenario, I would say just be careful with that crypto debit card from any of the companies that are using Wirecard at the moment. And to let you know, I don't know if you guys know this, Wirecard is a byproduct or a child of SoftBank. So SoftBank, if you guys don't know, is the brainchild or the main funder behind WeWork. They've been taking hits left and right. So Wirecard is currently down 74%. Horrible. 74% down today. So yeah, it's been a wild sequence of events this week with Wirecard. Man, let's take a look at this death cross that appeared on Bitcoin. It looks like the moving averages have formed a death cross, a market signal interpreted by some traders as hinting that the cryptocurrency will fall further. So this death cross has formed on the daily charts as price slips ahead of the New York opening bell. That was earlier today. The cryptocurrency's 50-day moving average closed above its 20-day exponential moving average. Pattern surfaced as the U.S. futures signal a negative session ahead. Bitcoin and the S&P have shown positive correlation. Yes, they have. Looks like S&P did close 1% higher, so maybe that saved Bitcoin. We'll have to see, but it looks like the 2050 factor, they say, the ominous indicator, confirms its presence when a short-term MA closes above or below, I should say, long-term MA. That's moving averages. The chart watchers consider the 50-day moving average and 200-day moving average as their benchmark moving averages. Nonetheless, the death cross can occur between moving averages with different time frames. So this is on the day chart from Coinbase. As you guys can see, the death cross did occur, and kind of showing you the previous death crosses, and all of them have turned into a lower price for Bitcoin. Historically, the 50-20 crossover has led the Bitcoin price lower. Atop that, it has served as a better real-time indicator on the cryptocurrency's bias than the typical 50 to 200-day moving average crossover, which pops up after a crash or surge. So losses ahead, possibly. Bearish crossover surfaced just 24 hours before the expiration of the $100 billion worth of notional options contract. Observers note that the event would increase the spot price volatility. However, no one can guarantee how the expiry would impact Bitcoin's price. So we'll have to see. This was written earlier today, and as you guys know, we've seen a move back up since then. So, you know, maybe we're saved by the feds. Ironically enough, right? I would have never thought I would say saved by the feds when pertaining to cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. This is where we are, people. Unfortunately, this is where we are. So I'm personally banking on and betting on the feds. I'm not going to fight the feds. As crazy and upside down this market, and I'm talking about all markets, are right now, I'm not betting against the feds because they have unlimited press, because they have an unlimited printing press, especially if they've teamed up with the Treasury. This thing will continue to go on. All right, so I'm betting on the feds saving the stock market, and that translating into Bitcoin going higher than S&P, Dow, and all those combined. So that's where I'm putting my money. We'll see what happens. We do have to get back above 9,400 for me to really feel like we're out of this little downturn here. So we'll see what happens. Again, 94.63 is the area we got to get back above. If that happens, it's a green light for bulls. Shout out again to my man Steve C, one of my YouTube subscribers, for the song request. He's the first one I've done of a non-YouTube member. So thanks for that. I'm trying to queue up all the non-YouTube members that I can, but the YouTube members do get priority, guys. So don't forget to support the channel and become a member. You wanted to hear the song James Gets It, Kill the Messenger. If you found this video informative, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. I'm out of here, people. Holla! You kill the messenger.